What's good, YouTube fam? All right, I'm doing a video on my brushes. This was requested by one of my subscribers, Milkshake09, and I'm just going to do a review on my brushes, how I store them, the different brushes that I have, how I use them, and I'll show you a few of my favorites, but I'm not going to show you all of them because I don't know if this is a lot or not. I'm not for sure. So I don't know. So first off, the bulk of my brushes is stored in this container. I got it from the dollar store for $1, and I just have rice filled in each compartment. And it looks like this, and it's got a handle right here down the middle, and so it's easy for me to grab and hold. So this is where the bulk of my brushes are held. I also have this container right here that I got from, it's a pencil container. It's got 3 compartments. I got this from Walmart for like $1.50, maybe $2 at the most, probably like $1. So anyway, let me explain to you, first of all, where my brushes are stored, because I do have them in a certain order. So on the back of this part, right here is foundation brushes. Right here is a row of stippling brushes, as you can see. Right next to it are flat buffer brushes, but I use these, the concealer brushes, obviously for concealer, the stippling brushes for foundation when I want light coverage, and then right in here, these buffer brushes, when I want like a airbrushed, like my face is beat type of foundation, I use these. These are perfect for that. And then this row right here are highlighting brushes. Blush brushes on the other side. You will see these are like eyeliner, brow, and like detail work type of brushes for like the inner corner smudge brushes and things like this. Right here on this side are all my eye brushes. Right here in the very front, those are going to be like my flat shaded brushes or my small cash brushes for applying eyeshadow to the lid. Back here in the back, this back here, these are simply just for highlighting, and this whole section are all crease, whether it's pointed, small pointed pencil brushes, blending brushes right here, and just like a soft crease brush when I'm applying a soft crease. So anyway, let me go through here. I will show you my favorite. Oh yeah, let me start with this one too. Okay, so this one has everything for face as far as like powder, like my facial powders. Because after I apply my foundation, after I moisturize my face, I apply my foundation, I apply my concealer, and then I'm going to dip into this and get my powders. These back here are powder brushes. These back here are simply contouring brushes, because after I apply my powder, I contour. And that's what this section is for. So I will start with my concealers. My favorite concealer brush is pretty much my finger, really. But if I had to apply not using my finger, I'm going to use this. This was from, I hauled this not too long ago. I bought this from Walmart. It has a, I think it was a set of 4. And I love this brush. Love this brush. Pop that on under my eye. And then I always use this brush to blend my concealer out, especially my highlight, because y'all know I use Maybelline's Fit Me concealer in number 35 for a highlight, and I just put it right here and I sweep it right there, and then I take this and I lightly blend it out. So this is still lighter, and then this just fades away, and so I use this all the time for that. And this was part of the set with this. Like I said, it came in the 4 set. So this is my favorite brush to blend out my concealer. My absolute, well, as far as the stippling brushes goes, I love Sony Cash brushes for adding on foundation. I have 2 of them actually, and I have an e.l.f. one, but my favorite one, this one will give, the finish is different. This will give kind of, because they kind of separated a lot, so you'll get like a light coverage with this. This one is my favorite. I got this from Coastal Scents. I think it was like $3 and some change. And it is a short handle brush, but y'all, this is my absolute favorite stippling brush for applying foundation. It is really, really dense, so it almost acts as if it's a buffer brush and a stippling brush combined. Think of that, and that's what this is. I love this brush for applying my foundation. Now, when I want, like, when I'm doing a makeup video or something like that, 9 times out of 10, I've used a flat buffer brush. This is an e.l.f. brush. It's from the Studio line. It was $3. I love this brush. One thing I will say about e.l.f. brushes is that the ferrules kind of they get jacked up really easily, but I don't even care about that. I will pop me some super glue on this and keep it moving. I also have the one from Sony Kashuk. This is smaller, so you don't have much coverage with this, but I do love this. I will apply my foundation with this as well when I want just like a airbrush finish. These three brushes I simply use for highlighting. My big Kabuki fan brush, perfect for laying it right there and sweeping right on up, sweeping right down the nose. This is perfect for that. So I use that for highlighting, and I only have 3 highlighting brushes. I don't feel like I need any more. This is a Sony Kashuk brush, a small stippling brush. I use this simply for highlighting. It is perfect right there. And this is for a light dust because it's only going to pick up a little bit of product. And this is for when I'm using like a really light sparkly highlight. I definitely always pick up this one because, like I said, it's going to leave just a really light dust of a highlight. So I love this. And I use this when I'm working with something like my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Wonder Woman in Gold Laterite or whatever it's called. Can't nobody pronounce that name, but that's perfect for that. Also, this is I use this simply for highlighting as well. This is a Sony Kashuk off the professional line, a domed all-purpose brush, a large one, and I only use this for highlighting. It's perfect for that. I dip into my highlight, and I use this when I'm using like a bronze color highlight or a golden color highlight, and it just goes right there perfectly. Right here perfectly, right there on the forehead, and right there. This is perfect for that. So I use that for highlighting. Now, I have a decent amount of blush brushes, and I will show you my favorites. One of my favorites is off that set, like I said, from Walmart. It came in 4 brushes. I love this. This is like the softest brush. This one and that new Sony Kashuk brush I just hauled, I don't know. These are going to be rivals because I love this brush for adding blush. And you can also add a contour with this, especially if you're doing like a bronzy kind of contour, a light one, not a really dark one. But this is perfect for going right there on the cheek. Love this brush for that. It is really, really, really super soft. Two of my other favorites are both Sony Kashuk. One is from the white line, and then one is from the professional line. I love these brushes for blush. And if you notice, the one off the white line is a little bit bigger than the one off the professional line. But I just tap into my blush and just tap it right on my cheek and then take it and blend it right on out. These are my my 3 favorite blush brushes. Here you will find my brushes that I use simply for like eyeliner, detailed work, like as far as like smudging on the lower line and brushing out my brows. My favorite brow brush of all time is from a set that I got off of eBay. I think it was 24 brushes. I think I paid like $12.99 for it. It's bent right here, and I just love it. The bristles on here are really soft. I've noticed that sometimes the spoolie brushes can be a little rough, and this is really, 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 really soft. And it's not from washing. It came that way, so I love it. Another brush that's my absolute favorite, and I use this for my lashes. My lashes are really, really long, and they curl. Have you ever seen somebody that's got really, really long nails, and they'll start to curl all crazy? Those are like my lashes. My lashes are really long, and they will curl really, really crazy. Sometimes they'll curl up and then like curl down and just craziness. So sometimes I have to like trim my lashes. But this brush is awesome. I brush my lashes with this, and I believe this is Sony Kashuk spoolie. I brush my lashes with this and get them prepared for mascara. So I love that. My favorite brush for adding color in the inner tear duct is this brush, and I believe I think I got this from Walmart. Just a really flat synthetic small brush, perfect for popping in some color right there on the inner corner. I love this brush for that. That's my favorite one. My favorite smudger brush by all means, and by far is killing every other smudger brush that I have, is the Sony Kashuk one off the professional line. Most times smudger brushes can be really hard because the bristles are so small, but this one is really, really soft. If you can see, it bends very easy. And this is perfect for smudging out my liner, or setting my liner and then smudging it out, or just adding a pop of color down there. And it works wonderfully. When I want a thin line, I just kind of hold it like this, And then also when I want a fatter line, I turn it like this. And my favorite eyeliner brushes, they're going to have to be from that set that I got off of eBay. This is like the best angle brush. The one thing I will say is it is kind of long. I don't like that about it, but I still love it. Love, love, love it. It is super thin. Like, if you can even see that, you probably can't even see that. It is really, really thin. It is perfect for adding a liner. I love this brush. Love it, love it, love it. I need to get some more angle brushes for my liners because I love it. My absolute favorite brush for applying my absolute favorite brush for packing on color are these two brushes. And like I said, that set that I got off of eBay, I love that. I love that set. A lot of these brushes are going to be from that set. Is this one right here. It's a flat synthetic small eyeshadow brush, and it is perfect for packing on color. If you watch any of my tutorials, you'll notice that I always use a flat brush like this. And then the next one is definitely going to be the brush that I got off the Naked palette, the Urban Decay flat brush. This is perfect for packing on color. And I will literally get me some shadow, and I just kind of pat it right on in there, and it just packs on color like, oh man, it is awesome for that. Now, if I'm not packing on color and I'm just kind of adding, or if I'm working with something that's really pigmented, I don't feel like I need to pack it on, or I want a light look, definitely my favorite, the small Sony Kashuk small eyeshadow brush is perfect for that. This brush is awesome. It's like a multi-purpose brush. Like, you can get into the inner corner, bring it all the way out. I've used this to blend a little bit. I love this brush. I have two of them. Love, love, love it. For my highlight, my favorite brush, honestly, is this brush that I got from either Walmart or Walgreens. It was like $3.44. It's fluffy, and it's kind of narrow on that side, but really fluffy when you hold it like that. And I just kind of pack it on there, and I'm able to blend it out as I do that. Another brush that I am loving, well, two other brushes I'm loving for my highlight color are both e.l.f. brushes. One from the Dollar line, and the C eyeshadow brush from the Studio line. And that is perfect for doing a highlight because it's really big. It's also good for packing on color on the bottom on your lid if you have a large space. I don't have a large lid space, so this is perfect for applying my highlight. I love that for that. Now, my favorite all-time blending brushes by far are the Sony Kashuk blending brushes. I have two of them. I need to get another one, and I will buy two of my favorite brushes only because I deep clean my brushes I really clean my brushes like once a week or every 2 weeks, and I spray and spot clean my brushes every time I use them. But sometimes when you're letting this one dry, I need another one to apply my makeup. So I have two of them. I love this brush. It's like the best blending brushes. And by all means, y'all, you do not have to go out and buy really expensive brand brushes to find great quality brushes, because y'all, Sony Kashuk brushes are the bomb. A brush that another favorite of mine as far as the crease goes is definitely I'm going to say these three. When I want almost kind of like a soft cut crease, I'm going to use this one. And this one is off of, I got this from Coastal Scents for like $3 and some change, maybe even $2 and some change. And it's a small pointed crease brush. This is perfect for adding like a serious, like deep crease. Or if you've added a crease or your crease color and you've blended it out and you wanted to deepen it just a little bit, I will use this. And I will just pick up the color and it will apply it right where you put it and just kind of brush it right on across. So I love that. That was Coastal Scents for like $2. Literally, I think it was $2.62. My favorite crease brushes are the Sony Kashuk crease brushes. I love these. I have two of them. This is good for applying a crease color as well as blending it out. So I definitely love this brush. It's big, so it'll kind of apply, especially if you're going to be blending it out, it'll apply a decent amount of color, and then you can just really blend it out, especially if you want a soft crease look. But when I am applying a dark color into my crease, I always go for this. And this is a Coastal Scents crease brush as well. It might have been a blending brush, but I use this definitely as a blending brush. And I also use it to apply like my dark browns in my crease, or if I'm using a black in my crease or something like that to deepen up a color, I'm going to be using this because I love that. It's very thin and narrow, and it does precise work. It's going to apply right where you put it. So that is it for this. Those are my favorite. I do have a decent amount of brushes. I can't even say I'm not into brushes because evidently I am, but this is how I store them. Like I said, this was only $1. I've got rice in there and that's what holds them. Onto my face brushes that I use for my powder. These brushes are simply for contouring. I have 2 angle brushes, one off the set that I got from eBay, and the e.l.f. one. Now I use these when I'm doing a light, like a light contour or a lighter color, because the bristles are they are soft, but they're a little bit coarser than some that I have. And so it's great for when I'm doing a soft contour. It'll pick up a lot of color, and that's what I like about that. But my all-time favorite is the e.l.f. Studio Line Blush Brush. Y'all, this is like this brush has not even touched my cheeks as a blush. This is strictly for contouring. It has got a point at the top, and it will drop right there where you need it to go. You can blend it right on out and then blend it right on up. And when I am applying contour, let me show you. Let me get blunt because that's good. Blunt's a good color to show you. When I'm applying a contour, I put this flat like this, and I only get color on that side, not on that side, because when you're applying a contour, you don't want to bring your contour down or you look like you have a mustache, a beard. So I put it right there and blend it up. And this is like the best brush, the e.l.f. Studio Line. If y'all don't have that, y'all need to grab that. When I'm applying powder, depending upon what type of powder I'm applying, is going to depend upon what brush I'm using. If I'm using like a loose powder to set my concealer, and I always use a transparent powder to set my concealer, I'm using e.l.f. Studio Line complexion brush, and I pick up my my translucent powder and I just pat it right in here, right in here, and right in here, and right in here. And that's where I usually do my cream-based highlights. I use this brush all the time. When I'm using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, I'm going to use this brush. This is a Sony Kashuk powder brush, and that's because I don't need a lot of product on here. I don't want a lot of product on here. And so it's really, really soft, and I just swirl it around and apply it right in here. I leave the cheeks alone because I've got a transparent there because I don't want to cover up my highlight, and I love that for this. When I am using my MAC Studio Fix powder, I always use this. I got this from Coastal Scents. I think I paid maybe $5 for it. It is huge. Huge, huge, huge. And the bristles are soft, but they're a little bit stiffer than Sonia Kashuk's brush. So when I use a very light foundation like MAC's Face and Body, that is a very light foundation. Think if you have Maybelline's Fit Me foundation, that's lighter. It's a lighter coverage than that. So this is going to be really, really light coverage. And when I am using that foundation, I can pair it to make it give more coverage with my Studio Fix powder. And I put it in there, swirl it. It picks up a crap load of color. And I will show you how much color this is going to pick up. It picks up a ton of color, and it is perfect. And I just can pop this all over my face. I put it in here, give it a good swirl, and it picks up all that, and I just buff it all over my face. So I love this brush. When I am doing like finishing, blending all my powders together, all my blushes together, making sure everything is blended out so I don't look like a clown, I will use 2 brushes. This is the Eco Tools brush. I hauled this not too long ago. I picked this up at Walmart. Love this. This buffs and blends everything. Like, it'll blend my blush and my contour in and my highlight. That's pretty much what I mostly use it for, because I don't want that strip of shine, then the strip of blush, and then the strip of contour. So I use this. This will blend all that stuff together, and I love this brush for that. This also is for all over face, blending everything. This is the only kabuki brush that I own. I've had this. Ooh, I dropped it. I've had this kabuki brush for like 6 years. I mean, I'm talking about this kabuki brush for 8 minutes. The only first brush that I ever bought, only kabuki brush that I've ever bought. I don't even remember. Maybe I got this from Walgreens. And this is, it just buffs and blends everything. It is great for applying my MAC Studio Fix when my other brush is dirty, because it's very dense and it'll give me full coverage with my powder. So I love this for that. When I'm working with glitters, pigments, a shadow that has a lot of fallout, I use this brush, and it's very light. It is not going to apply any type of powder or anything like that, but it just kind of dusts off loose powders, or if I've worked with a pigment, I'll apply a lot of translucent powder right there to catch the fallout, and I'll take this and dust it right on off. And I got this from Forever 21 for like $1. So this is awesome for that. So anyway, that is it for my brushes. If there's any brushes you saw that you want me to do anything on, a tutorial as far as what types of finishes you'll get with foundation with using the different brushes, just let me know in the comments, and I will definitely do a tutorial for you on that. So that's it. Hope you enjoy. As always, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys.